All right, guys, we're out here in the shop. We're actually working on the 2005 Mustang. I took it for a drive, ran over to my parents' place to help Tim do something, and I came back and we'd picked up a bolt. And so Tim is firing up the tire machine right now, and we're gonna get the tire corrected. And you can see the bolt right there; it's not small. And so we're gonna get that thing pulled off and look at the inside. We've got some new patches. We'll show you what we're doing on that. All right, so Tim, what are you doing?
You gotta mark the valve stem.
Why are you marking the valve stem?
So you know where to put the tire back on so you don't have to rebalance it.
Brilliant, obvious tire guy trying to take advantage of his knowledge of tires, and really glad to have him on the job. So you might be wondering, why did that thing not make a bunch of noise when he took the valve stem out? It's because the tire was actually almost all the way flat, which is one of the reasons we're getting to it today, even though we got a bunch of other stuff going on. We have to get this done because it is dying, and those are brand new tires too. They've got
maybe 1,000 miles on
maybe 1,000, not even 1,000 probably, because we just put them on there. So very disappointed, but we got some great. We've actually got some plugs for this stuff now. We went and purchased some of these. I'll show them to you here. These are for doing this kind of tire repair, and so they've got glue on them and some stickum on them right down here. And what you end up doing is drilling out a hole. We got a drill bit. You clean up the area really well. This is for applying it. This is for cleaning the inside of the tire. And then we take this and shove this all the way through to the outside, get it all sealed up. It's a great way to go. It's the best way to do these plugs when you're having to plug something, a hole in your tire, if this is the way you're doing it. So anyway, that's the plan. So one of the challenges with this particular tire is it's low profile, pretty wide, so it's actually not that easy to take on and off the rims. It's just one of the challenges of running low profile tires. So fortunately, Tim has some experience at a tire shop and knows a little bit what he's doing, and makes it work a lot better for all of us.
So generally you use this and you just kind of running around, but I like my wheels, so I'm trying not to scratch them.
We all like our wheels, just some like them more than others. Need more water on that, or are you good? You got it, buddy.
It's only like the last 5 or the
first
like
few
first
inches,
couple inches that really,
where he puts all your strain on there.
Yeah, good habit to get in is always starting at your valve stem, because on like newer cars you have a TPMS sensor right there, and so if you start at the valve stem, you get the tire over the TPMS before you start taking the tire off. If it's running around in the other part of the wheel while you're taking the tire off, it'll break them very, very easily. And if you're wondering, those aren't cheap. I think they're a couple $100 a pop.
And they're kind of hard. They're not always easy to reset either for your car.
Yeah.
So some of them require it. You actually have to have the right tool for it.
The back's usually not as hard. Why, I don't know.
All right, guys, you can see the screws right in here. Nice profile. That's one of those times you'd be like, I can see what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. But that's not the problem with this time. So what you doing, Tim? Just prepping?
Yeah, it's just you're just trying to get the ribs off the tire, really, and rough it up a little bit.
Leave it to my bride to have rubber cement in the house, because I forgot to get some for the tire patch kit. All right, so here's the culprit. That was the bolt. and the washer. It's not small, pretty substantial, and it put a big old massive hole in Tim's tire. So we're throwing in the patch kit here in just a second. All right, so here comes the challenge part. Tim's gonna put the tire back on. Okay, just so you all know, it was supposed to be more challenging than that. I'm guessing this part's the more challenging part.
You gotta kind of try and
get your
tire. I think it needs to be like right here, because when you pull the tire around, it'll shift this way a little bit, and this on like smaller wheels and tires it's usually pretty easy to like rotate it when the tire's on there, so you can line your valve stem back up so you don't have to balance it. But on these, on the bigger tires, or the smaller bigger rim tires and smaller sidewall, it's just a lot harder to spin them. And as you can see, I did pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's about as good as you can get. So we just tried to move that like maybe a quarter an inch, and it took a lot of force. That's what I'm talking about. On these bigger rims, it's just a pain. Then for us, we have plastic clips on our thing, so you got to make sure those aren't in the wheel, otherwise they'll get locked in your bead.
It's all on, right? Yeah.
Check your beads, and then what I do is, if you're trying to set it to 45, if you have this set up, what I do is I take it to 40. Get your thing ready. And I'm at 32. So not perfect that time. I waited a little long, but it's a whole lot better than filling it up from zero.
All right, so that's the tire repair on the 2065. Tim's gonna set her back on here, get it torqued down to his tire specs, and we'll pull this thing out of the shop, and it'll be good to go back on the road. So thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, share, do all the things you do to help support our channel. We really appreciate it, and we will see you next time.